Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront updates and some more Scarif DLC content. In this video I wanted to go over 5 random, interesting and useful facts that you might not know about this DLC. I will have a more real tips and tricks video coming out later down the line, but I'm aiming to remake the one that I made back earlier this year, which is actually my most viewed video on the channel. So I'm gonna remake that completely, because a lot of things in that video is outdated, and make one updated version now that we actually have like the sort of the final update for the game. At least balance wise, I'm guessing this might be one of the final updates. So I thought it was time to make a new one of those later down the line, and this one is going to be more interesting facts or things that are basically just tips right now. So let's jump straight into it. The first thing is that the bow rifle is available in skirmish. So yes, if you want to try out the new bow rifle, which is coming out sometime, well, we don't really know to be honest, but sometime later this year or next year, you can actually try it out in skirmish. I've gotten like 500 tweets and chat messages about that, so I thought it was time I actually said it in a video so that you guys don't have to message me, and if you didn't know it already, it might be a nice surprise for you. Moving on, if you're struggling to get the hut contracts, I have a couple of tips there. The first one being if you need to get those 15 impact grenade kills for the Sonic Imploder. I struggled a lot with this during my live stream yesterday, which a lot of you probably saw, but then I found a very nifty little trick someone on Reddit posted, and that is that you can use the shock grenade together with the impact grenade, because the impact grenade does most often kill people in one hit if you do hit them dead on, but that is very hard to do if someone is running. However, if you shock them first and then use the impact grenade, it's a lot easier to get those kills, and this obviously works extra good if you're doing it on close quarters maps such as in Outer Rim. The next fact or tip also applies to the hut contract, which is the fact that for the improved Sonic Imploder you need 30 kills with Jin and 5 with the Sonic Imploder, and I've seen a lot of people trying to get those kills with the Sonic Imploder with a normal loadout, which is very hard because it doesn't deal a lot of damage. But Jin's Sonic Imploder also counts, so you don't need to force yourself to try and kill people with a normal Sonic Imploder, because while you're getting those 30 Jin kills, you might also get those 5 Sonic Imploder kills. Otherwise, simply play Jin a couple more times and you will eventually get those kills, because her Sonic Imploder is a lot stronger than the infantry version. For the fourth interesting fact or tips, I wanted to say that you can actually snipe out the Ewing Pilot, something which you guys might have seen in my top 5 plays video yesterday, but it was something the developers told us at the event, and it was something which is quite new, because you can't reach the pilots in the ships and you can't reach the ATST or AT-80 pilots, so this is something fairly new for the game that people might not think about. But if you are planning to shoot on the Ewing, try to hit the actual pilot, because if you do hit the pilot and he dies, then, well, the ship will fly away. The good thing is that if you miss the actual pilot and still hit the ship, it will take damage. So the easiest way to take down the Ewing is simply to hit it a lot of times, but if you do get that lucky shot straight on the pilot, it will go down right away. The final thing I wanted to bring up is the vanilla hero traits. These alone are obviously very interesting, and I've talked about them in my interview with Guillaume, but something I didn't think about is the fact that each level within the trait has a unique name, and these are quite interesting. Some of them even reference the movie. So for instance, Vader's new trait has the levels anger, hate, suffering, which is just the path he took in episode 3, which I thought was very cool. And for the Emperor we have strength, power and victory. So there's obviously a lot of references to the movies in this trait, and I know that for instance Luke's last trait is called Jedi, which is obviously very fitting. So the next time you're trying out any of these heroes, make sure to take a look at the bottom of your screen and see what those trait levels are actually called. But that wraps up this video with some random facts about the Scarif DLC. As I mentioned, I will have a proper tips and tricks video out later this month sometime. It's gonna take a while to make, because I want to make it proper and have like at least 20 or 30 tips in it. I will also be streaming tonight, hopefully a bit earlier than the last couple of days, so that people in Europe will also be able to watch. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.
What?